If you were driving around town and you spotted someone you thought looked like an actress, Jenna von Oy from the 90s sitcom Blossom or the Parkers, well, you weren't seeing things. Jenna lives here now, and she was on Talk of the Town back in February. She told us about a new parenting book that she was working on geared toward new moms. Well, the book is out, and Jenna is back with us to tell us all about it. Good to have you back with us here today.
You're doing all right? I'm doing great.
Good,
yes.
Good. Hopefully you and the family had a great Thanksgiving and everything.
We survived it. So yeah, you know.
Sometimes that's key, just surviving it, isn't it?
Exactly.
All right, so when you were back here earlier, you talked about the fact that you'd had the first child. Gray, how old is Gray now? 3?
She's 3.5, yeah.
3.5 now. And you talked a bit about it wasn't all that you had imagined as far as childbirth and raising a child.
It is all things chaotic and wonderful. This is true. You know, I think it's probably funnier than I expected it to be. I realized, being the oldest of 4 kids, I kind of knew some of what to expect, sort of a blueprint, if you will.
Yeah.
But I think my mom handled it with a lot more grace than I seemed to be handling it. And so that's hence the book, you know, and the comedy aspect of it.
So let's talk about the book for just a second, because the book isn't necessarily a how-to book, right?
No, God forbid. I am definitely still a work in progress, and I imagine I always will be. I wrote the book, I think, because laughter has always been the best medicine for me. That's my go-to. And when I was pregnant with Gray, I did a lot of research to try and find sort of a best friend's guide that would be funny and honest and incorporate information but still be enjoyable.
Yeah.
And really most of what I found were clinical guides, which I have the utmost appreciation and respect for, and they have their merit as well. But what I was missing that I thought would resonate with me more was the ability to merge some comedy in there. And even though parenting, I realize, is very serious business, and of course it's my priority and I take it very seriously, I also think that it's good for moms, especially new moms, to sort of step back and realize that facing the challenges with a sense of humor is part of what will help you get through.
As a dad of 2, let the church say amen on that one.
Yes, exactly. You know.
All right, so you talk about using comedy. So I want to talk about some of the chapters in this book. And some of them are, this is your brain on baby, all's fair in love, and mommy wars. So talk a bit about coming up with some of the titles for the chapter.
The titles kind of came to me. I think it's really because I try to face every day with as much of a sense of humor as I possibly can, and of course at some points that's easier than others. I think that the titles really just fell into my lap. Getting to sit down and write this book was, some women write journals, and for me this was sort of my catharsis and my ability to take my passion for my children and for raising them and merge it with my passion for comedy. I mean, there's a reason why I did sitcoms for so long. It's because I do love to laugh, and I love to make other people laugh, and I really truly hope that this will resonate with moms, and not just new moms. I mean, I have been so blessed that recently a lot of people have been writing to me and saying, you know, I don't have kids, I'm actually never planning to have kids, and I just read your book and I was cracking up because there are some really fun stories from my career and my personal life in there as well. I throw myself under the bus more than a few times.
Which I think is something that people like to read about. Also, if you will, tell me a bit about the fact that you've already got a whole bunch of folks, you talked about writing to you, but reaching out to you on social media as well. So if they wanted to do that, how can they do that? And then also in that, if you'll talk about the fact that because of what you're getting on social media, that's leading already to another book.
Yes, I can't even believe it. They've already gotten Medallion Press, who put out the first book, has already asked to do a second book, and so I'm in the middle of, you know, raising the 2 kids and the 5 dogs and also writing a second book, which I'm not entirely sure I know how I'm finding time for, but I'm making it happen, and that's slated to come out February of 2017. But yeah, a lot of people have just been reaching out, and there's been a lot of good feedback. I'm actually signing at Parnassus this weekend on Saturday from 2 to 4, and I hope that everybody will come out and buy a book and laugh with me.
Hang out with you.
Yes, and I'm happy to sign it.
When the next one's ready, come back and talk to us. All right?
I would love that.
It's great to have you back with us and everything. And again, the book is called Situation Momedy, a first-time mom's guide to laughing your way through pregnancy and year 1. Jenna will be signing copies this Saturday afternoon from 2 to 4 at Parnassus Books in Green Hills. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you.